So today we will discuss on the effect of different parameters on the performance of simple vapor compression cycle. What are the parameters? Effect of suction pressure, effect of delivery pressure by superheating and by subcooling. First one, the effect of suction pressure. Effect of suction pressure or effect of evaporator pressure. Now it will be now appropriate to use pH chart for studying the effect of suction pressure or evaporator pressure on the performance of simple vapor compression refrigeration cycle. From the figure A, the figure A for simple vapor compression refrigeration cycle. Initial cycle is 1, 2, 3, 4, and after reducing the pressure from P1 to P1 days, the new cycle is 1 days, 2 days, 3 days, 4, 1 days. By reducing the evaporator pressure, point H1 is equals to H1 days, H is the specific enthalpy, and S2 days is less than S2. Means specific enthalpy at the inlet of compressor is less than that of specific enthalpy at inlet of compressor of initial condition. S2 days is less than S2. So therefore refrigerant effect. So what is refrigerant effect? Refrigerant effect means amount of heat extracted from the surrounding for cooling, which is equals to H1 minus H2 or H2 minus H1 in initial case. In final condition, S2 days minus H1 days. S2 days is less than S2. So therefore refrigerant effect decreases by decreasing the evaporator pressure or suction pressure. The refrigerant effect decreases. Now 2 to 3 in this figure is the compressor work. Now by reducing the suction pressure or evaporator pressure, the process 2 to 3 is changed to the 2 days, 3 days. Therefore the compressor work increases because S3 days minus S2 days is greater than S3 minus S2. S3 days minus S2 days is greater than S3 minus S2. Therefore compressor work increases. So what we observed, the refrigerant effect decreases and compressor work increases. So therefore the coefficient of performance, which is the ratio of refrigerant effect and the compressor work, is decreases. Then initially pressure ratio is P3 upon P2 and final pressure ratio is P3 days upon P2 days. So this pressure ratio for final condition P3 days upon P2 days, and for initial condition pressure ratio is P3 upon P2. So by reducing the suction pressure or evaporator pressure, the pressure ratio is increases. So what will be happen by increasing the pressure ratio? The volumetric efficiency of compression, that is reciprocating type compression, which is equals to 1 plus C minus C P2 upon P1 to the power 1 upon gamma. Here P2 upon P1 is equals to P3 upon P2. So what is the formula? 1 plus C minus C P3 upon P2 to the power 1 upon gamma. So pressure P3 upon P2 is the pressure ratio. So pressure ratio increases, it means volumetric efficiency decreases. So what we observed, by reducing the suction pressure or evaporator pressure, refrigerant effect decreases, compressor work increases, COP decreases, pressure ratio increases, volumetric efficiency decreases. For same cooling effect, if we want same cooling effect as compared to the initial condition by reducing the evaporator pressure, in that case the mass of refrigerant flowed through the evaporator should be greater than that of initial condition. If mass is greater, means large amount of mass of refrigerant wants to flow. So that the size of compressor required is high, means larger size of compressor is required in that condition. Now, condition number 2. What will be the effect of delivery pressure, which can be easily evaluated by this pH chart? By increasing the delivery pressure, the initial delivery pressure is P3 and final delivery pressure is P3 dash. Here is P3 and this is P3 dash. Means by increasing the delivery pressure or by increasing the condenser pressure. This is the condensation. In initial condition, this is the condensation process. In final condition, this is the condensation process by increasing the delivery pressure. Point 2 remains unchanged and this point is shifted to this at this condition. Okay, the initially refrigerant effect is H2 minus H1. Final refrigerant effect is H2 minus H1 dash. I mean this value is less than H2 minus H1 dash is less than H2 minus H1. Therefore, refrigerant effect decreases by increasing the delivery pressure or condenser pressure. Now, compressor work. Compressor work in initial condition is S3 minus S2 and in final condition is S3 dash minus S2. So S3 dash minus S2 is greater than S3 minus S2. Now therefore compressor work also increases in this case. Now coefficient of performance, which is the ratio of refrigerant effect and compressor work, we observe refrigerant effect decreases and compressor work increases. Therefore coefficient of performance of this cycle, this refrigerant cycle, decreases. Now the pressure ratio, initial pressure ratio is P3 upon P2 and final pressure ratio is P3 dash upon P2. P3 dash upon P2 is greater than P3 upon P2. So therefore pressure ratio increases. So what will happen by increasing the pressure ratio? As we know that in this simple vapor compression refrigerant cycle, the reciprocating compressor is used. The volumetric efficiency of reciprocating compressor is equals to 1 plus C minus C P2 upon P1 or P3 upon P2 to the power 1 upon gamma. P3 upon P2, what is P3 upon P2? Pressure ratio. The pressure ratio increases, the volumetric efficiency decreases because 1 plus C minus C multiplied by pressure ratio to the power 1 upon gamma. Therefore, volumetric efficiency decreases. So what we will observe in this case, refrigerant effect decreases, compressor work increases, COP decreases, pressure ratio increases, volumetric efficiency decreases. Now another condition, what will be the effect of by increasing the temperature during suction, during evaporation. Let's assume that in this case this is the initial condition and 1 dash to 2 dash is the initial condition and 1 to 2 is the final condition. What will happen by increasing the suction temperature or evaporating temperature at this point 1 to 2? We observed that by increasing the suction temperature or evaporative temperature in this dome, that is T1 is greater than T1 dash at saturated condition, we observed that S2 is greater than S2 dash. So therefore, refrigerant effect S2 minus H1 is greater than S2 dash minus H1 dash. So refrigerant effect increases, compressor work decreases, compressor work 3 to 2, here 3 to 2, compressor work decreases, therefore COP increases. At high condensing temperature, in this case, this is the high condensing temperature. At high condensing temperature, the refrigerant effect is S3 dash minus H4, and at low condensing temperature, refrigerant effect is S3 minus this value. So at high condenser temperature, refrigerant effect decreases, compressor work increases, therefore coefficient of performance decreases. So what we observed, by increasing the suction temperature and condenser temperature, in case of increasing the suction temperature or evaporative temperature, that is saturated temperature, refrigerant effect increases or coefficient of performance increases, refrigerant effect decreases and coefficient of performance decreases in case of high condensing temperature.